All right, ladies and gentlemen, I was watching Matthew McConaughey on his channel. I think Matthew McConaughey looks very, very good. He's one of the most gorgeous Hollywood celebrities in the world, I think. Anyway, he was talking about how he had trouble with his lines, and he was like, he not trouble with his lines. He didn't have trouble with his lines. He was just saying people often ask, how do you do your lines? Like, how do you do your lines? Because obviously in movies you gotta have a lot of lines, and you gotta just know them like that. You gotta know them well, and you gotta be a master and a pro at acting at the same time. So he says what he does is he reads them in different spots and different moments in his life all the time, over and over and over again, because repetition gets you to remember things. So he reads them over and over and over again in different spots, or he's in different areas of his life, different things he's doing. He could be fixing his car one moment, and then he could be just sitting with his wife reading. They're both reading, something like that. So they might be doing that, right? So he just reads them over and over again, and I'm like, that's cool. And so he's like, we don't really memorize our lines. We kind of feel them. We have to know the scene. We have to understand why the scene is happening. What's going on in the scene, not just memorizing lines. Because memorizing lines would be cold. You can't act them with a very good style of acting. You would just be a blob. You would just be a robot. So you have to have feeling in your lines. So in order to do that, you read them in different places. You're in different moments in your life. You're doing different things. So that's how he talks. He describes it. Anyway, it was a cool video. If you get a chance to see Matthew McConaughey talking about it, it's very cool how they do it. I find, for me, I can memorize lines. Yeah, no problem. If I had to, it's just not an interest of mine. Like when I was younger, I would read things over and over again and memorize things and just kind of like memorize. And I would do that, but I didn't. It wasn't a passion for me, right? Like singing, I can memorize easily because I'm into singing. I'm not into acting in lines per se. I mean, sometimes I am into the movie, but to know a full set of lines is harder for me. But I mean, I could definitely do it if I had to. It's just that I don't really have any movie that I particularly like enough that I would watch to the point where I know the lines that well. I could do commercials easily. I mean, I memorize the lines for a commercial. I could do songs easily because I love songs. I'm really into songs, so repeating those is easy for me. But anyway, thank you for watching. Bye now.